Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be doing the bonus stage for the Sieghard story event. We're going to be doing all the missions with a budget team, and I'll show you the team we're going to be using. I'm only using 5 units to show that you can do this with, even less units, and I'm leaving the last slot open for whatever you need to fill in your team. I'll be taking my own Emperor, but if you want to go with 6 units, which of course obviously I recommend you do, bring a DPS friend and fill in the spot on your team with whatever you want. But the team is going to be Snow for his provoke ability, and he's going to be using enough resistance to hit 100% to the elements. That's going to be useful for the final fight. You want your provoker 100% across the board. Now you can use buffs if you can't do it with gear. That's fine. You could use Garnet or Fina or Marie to buff your stats. But it's easier if you can do it with just gear. Greatest of the Earth will be our tank. Now your tank's not too important, just you want a physical cover tank is all that really matters. Timothy is going to be our breaker. He's got a little bit of auto limit, but for the most part he's just going to be breaking with his limit. Rosa is going to be our healer, our dispel, resurrections, etc. And she's got, limits. They're immunity to paralyze and petrify. That'll be useful for your healer, so she can heal from other people. And then the DPS we're taking is an Emperor. He's geared for just some decent magic, and he's on Ifrit for beast killing for the final fight. And we're not taking a 60 unit, like I said. You would take a DPS friend, and an Emperor slot. You would bring whatever you want. Like if you can't do a provoke build with Snow, you would bring like a Taunter. If you need more resistance, you would bring an elemental buffer, whatever you want. Because there's no mission for doing it with 5 people. Alright, so the first boss is going to be the Demon Chimera, and the missions for this one are going to be deal water, wind, and earth damage, no items, and defeat with a limit burst. So it'll take us just a moment to fill the limit gauge to get that mission done, because we're not bringing anyone in trust or anything, but it shouldn't take too long. This fight's really, really old. Like the hardest thing is probably not one-shotting him by accident before you're ready. Alright, so Timothy is using a earth weapon, his little harp, the earth harp, and Snow is going to use Aqua Strike to deal with that's water damage, and Timothy will punch, that's earth damage. And we're going to do wind damage with Emperor when we're ready to kill this guy. But for now, we're going to Melancholic Cell for the counterattacks. We're going to cover it with Greatest of the Earth, and Rose is going to give us Bless. So this guy is going to do some magic and stuff, but it shouldn't kill anyone. Alright, we're going to Omni Block with Greatest of the Earth. That's going to give us immunity to stat breaks. Emperor is going to control. Rosa will dual cast. Let's see. Isunaga and a heal. Timothy is going to imperil the boss's wind resist. And we're just going to guard with Snow. Alright, we'll go ahead and heal and rejuve with Rosa again. Let's see if we can get another crystal with these two. No, we didn't quite get it. Alright, so we're going to Tinkle Trick and just guard Emperor for now. We need one more Limit Crystal on Emperor to be ready. Alright, there we go. So we're ready to kill this guy now. Alright, so Rosa will Isuna and Kurega. And Emperor will Fierce Wind. And this should take out the boss. No problem. Yeah, like I said, this this boss is ancient. You know, so Emperor's Limit Burst took him out no problem. And the Emperor's Limit Burst deals wind damage as well. So that was Water, Wind, and Earth. We didn't use any items, and we killed him with the limit. All missions. There we go. Next up is the Giant Cactuar fight, which is another pretty easy one. So the missions are evoke an Esper, 2 or more limits, and defeat him with magic. Okay, so this might take another moment to get the Esper gauge filled. So this guy, as long as you don't use abilities, he'll never do anything except use 1,000 needles on one person per turn. So we're going to go ahead and use 2 limits right away. So the 2 limit mission is complete. Limits are okay, spells are okay, etc. Just don't use abilities. We need to kill him with magic. Summon it. We need to summon an Esper. So we're just going to punch to get some Esper crystals. There's 10,000 needles. That's all he does. So we're going to raise Snow, and we're just going to keep punching for Esper crystals. Oh, look at that. I repeat and do full life for me again. That's fine. Switch full life both of them. Oh, actually, Ruth York didn't even die. Look at that. So just 1 full life. And then we just punch again. Really, why is reload not doing full life for me? Strange. Alright. Yeah, this is a little bit boring. We'll get there eventually. Alright, so 1 more Esper looks like. Let's see. Alright, so there's the Esper, so we'll go ahead and summon an Esper. Alright, so we summoned an Esper. So now we're ready to kill this guy, but we want to get another Esper, so we're ready for the final fight. We don't have to stall. The last fight's a little bit more challenging. So we're going to fill a little bit more Esper gauge. There's no turn limit here, and as long as you don't use spells, or anything except spell, any abilities, you're fine. I'm just going to fill the Esper gauge to about half, and then we'll go ahead for the kill. Oh, you know what? We're going to go for it now. I think enemies only drop at crystals to a certain point, so let's Alterna. This probably won't kill him, but it'll bring him to about half or so. Yeah, there we go. That should refresh his Esper crystal stock, I think. Let's find out. Maybe not. Alright, well, we're going to Alterna him again. So we're going to damage this deal. We don't want to actually kill him by accident. Oh yeah, we're fine. Alright, I'm going to punch him 1 more time, and then we're just gonna finish it off after that. Yeah, he's not dropping any more crystals. Alright, so we're gonna get the crystals on the next fight instead. So will Alterna, and we finish him with magic. Pretty easy. You know, if we'd used abilities, he would have done like a lot of bad things. But you know, don't use abilities, no problem. Next up will be the Sieghard. All missions pretty easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this. So our missions are fire 3 more times, no items, and defeat them with an Esper. So that's the reason we needed the we need to get an Esper build. We should be alright though. Alright, so this guy is going to summon, start with some little rats, and he's going to summon more rats. But as long as your Provoker is immune to elemental damage, the rats cannot hurt you. So for the Giga Rat, we're going to go ahead and Tinkle Trick him so his physical doesn't hurt. We're going to cover with Roots of the Earth. We'll stop immunity with Snow, because the boss does stop as well. We'll Bless with Rosa. And we'll Melancholic Cell with Emperor to get some Esper Crystals. Yeah, so as you can see, this is a pretty easy fight. Alright, there's our wonderful Esper Crystals, who we're looking for. Alright, Emperor will control. Virtus of the Earth will Omni Block. And we'll just punch for more Esper Crystals. Which we didn't get any, of course. Alright, so every third turn, the boss is going to do like a meteor that does fixed damage. And as long as the little rats have not died, the meteor will do very minimal damage. It'll do exactly 4,242, but it's divided over multiple hits to prevent like re-raise cheese. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and Hellfire this guy, see what kind of damage we deal. Well, our damage is not ramped up yet. I'll Incinerating Press with Breedus for the mitigation. And Timothy will just punch. Alright, so here comes the fixed damage. Now it's going to seem like it does a lot of damage to like Rosa and Timothy because they have really low health, but it's fixed damage, like it won't kill them, as you see. Alright, so we'll Guardian, we'll stop immunity, we'll break the Big Rat again. Emperor will double Hellfire, and Rosa will double heal. And that's pretty much the fight. So now we're just waiting to get our Esper gauge filled, which shouldn't take too long. There's another one. We'll Bless. We'll Defensive Barrier instead of Omni Block. And this is pretty much the fight. Pretty easy. In a few turns, when Emperor's damage ramps up enough, it'll be even easier. Alright, so we're ready for the Esper as well. So at this point, we're just going to put Guardian, we're going to put him to stop immunity, we're going to put Rosa to Bless, just to keep those refreshed, and then we'll just start getting the real damage going. And here's the fixed damage attack. Alright, we'll Tinkle Trick him. We'll top his back off. And now you can bring chainers, you know, it would be obviously much quicker if you did. But it's not too big a deal either way. And once I finish up here, I'm going to be going and pulling for Sieghard. Or at least attempting to. Alright, so the boss buffed himself right there. That Feel the Animosity. He increased his attack. I think. Oh no, he only does that if you kill rats. Yeah, he just summoned more. So we'll go ahead and Tinkle Trick to refresh those breaks. Rosa will heal us back up. Alright, so we're doing about 6% per hit with Emperor, 12% per turn. So we should be there soon. Let's go ahead and Omni block so I can put up control one more time. Let's see, bless. Alright. And the rats are building up, but once again, it doesn't matter because Snow is immune to all the rat damage. Alright, double Hellfire. Guardian. Alright, we're going to Tinkle Trick. Now we're only going to single Hellfire here. That's the right one. Because he's close to death, but I want to make sure that we don't deal without the Esper. Let's single Hellfire. And the usual dual white Curaga. And we'll just guard Snow. And we'll defensive barrier. Why not? And we'll get him next turn. Alright. Pretty easy when it's done correctly. It's a little bit slow this way. You know, you can use chainers, but I wanted to show that you don't need to use top-end chainers to do this. Double Hellfire, and we'll Bayam it. So we'll Bayam it, and then double Hellfire. And there's Bayam it with the overkill. Alright. Guardian. Stop immunity. And it doesn't really matter. We'll Tinkle Trick one of them. And now it's just a matter of cleaning these up. As you can see, they're gonna be dying like one per turn. And it'll just repeat. Oh, let me see if I can kill two a turn with like target swapping. Maybe. Let's try. Let's target him and then change target to him. Let me speed this up. Hey, there we go. Alright. Last round. There it is. All missions. Alright, so I'm going to clean up my inventory and then get ready to try to summon Sieghard. There you go, and hope the rest of you have fun at the Fan Festa. See you next time.